My name's Jonathan Archer. I've always kept emotions at bay. A philosophy drilled into me by my father, Austin Archer, a man of steel who built an empire with grit alone. He was distant, disciplined, and ruthlessly efficient. I learned from him quietly, even while swearing I'd never become him. Had you asked me a decade ago if I believed in fate, I would have laughed. But today, walking into chaos I never saw coming, I wonder if my father foresaw all this. I married Scarlett in our 20s. She radiated warmth and enthusiasm. Her laughter lit rooms. We had our daughter, Willow, not long after. I gave them everything: time, security, my best attempt at being a husband and father, even as my father's coldness occasionally echoed through me. 25 years. That's a lifetime filled with routines, reconciliations, and regrets. But I never expected it to all unravel on a sweltering August day. I'd wrapped up work early, hoping to surprise Scarlett ahead of our 25th anniversary. When I stepped into the kitchen, I found her and Willow seated in a strange silence, as if they'd rehearsed something. I asked what was going on. Scarlett gestured to the chair. "Jonathan, please sit." Willow cut in. "Dad, we need to talk." Scarlett confessed. First, she wanted change. "I'm not unhappy," she said. "Just stuck. I need something new." Then Willow, smug, almost giddy, dropped the bomb. "Mum wants an open marriage. I think it's a great idea. Everyone does this now. You just need to trust each other." I looked at them, the air in my lungs burning. "Scarlett," I asked, "is this truly what you want?" She nodded, eyes cast down. "I just want something different, a chance to feel alive again." So I asked, "Is there already someone?" "James," she whispered. "The restaurant owner." "Of course." Willow beamed. "He's hot. Great pick, Mom." I stayed still. "Fine," I said. "I'll agree. On one condition." "No conditions," Willow snapped. "I make the conditions," I said coldly. "This house, by prenup, is mine. You want this new lifestyle? Fine, but I set the rules under my roof." Scarlett looked rattled. Willow tried to argue, but Scarlett stopped her. "He's right. The house is his." Later that night, I heard them whispering in the kitchen. Willow scoffed at my calm. "He's bluffing." But Scarlett wasn't so sure. "You don't know your father," she said quietly. "He can be cold. Dangerous even." They had no idea what they'd awakened. The next morning I visited Ron Jeremy, my old college buddy and lawyer. Despite his unfortunate name, he was brilliant. I laid out the situation and told him I wanted a postnup so brutal it would make them question everything. "Why not divorce?" he asked. "Too simple," I said. "They want an open marriage. Let them live it, under my rules." We drafted a meticulous document. STD tests, financial independence for dates, exclusion of extramarital partners from the home, and forfeiture of alimony if Scarlett initiated divorce. At the signing, Scarlett and her lawyer, a polished woman named Leah, looked increasingly uncomfortable. "This is excessive," Leah said. I stared at Scarlett. "Why should I fund your affair?" Willow erupted. "You're humiliating her." "No," I replied. "Just enforcing what you both said. Love means now. Freedom." Scarlett signed, lips tight. Willow glared, but I knew the cracks had formed. Within days, Scarlett made her first move, dinner with James. Willow mocked me. "Try Tinder, Dad. Even old men get matches now." So I arranged a dinner with someone unexpected. James's daughter, Maria. Yes, she was 22, but she was also intelligent, articulate, and more grounded than Willow ever was. That evening, I took her to a veterans charity gala. We laughed, mingled. I introduced her as my date. Word got around quickly. By morning, Willow exploded. "You went out with James's daughter?" I calmly responded, "Your mother's with James. I'm free too. She's my age. And yet, age didn't matter when it was your mother." Scarlett didn't speak, but her posture stiffened. Days, past. Then came the real confrontation. Scarlett marched into the living room. "I want to end this. It's gone too far. You're humiliating me with Maria." "You wanted openness," I said evenly. "This is it." "I made a mistake," she confessed. "I don't want James anymore. I just want us back." "No," I replied. "This arrangement stays until both parties agree." "I don't." Tears brimmed in her eyes. Willow pleaded too. I shook my head. "You never considered my dignity. I'm not obligated to forget that." I walked out for a date, letting the silence fall behind me. 2 days later, Willow cornered me. "Mum's falling apart. You're cruel. At least stop seeing Maria." I didn't flinch. "Cruel? You encouraged her betrayal. You laughed when I was humiliated. Now you want mercy? You said you'd support me during college." "That was before you disrespected me. Welcome to reality." Her protest didn't change a thing. The car lease? Done. Her tuition? Not my burden anymore. She called me a monster as she fled the house again. Weeks passed. Scarlett grew thin, haggard. One day she admitted she'd contracted an STD from James. "I hope you're happy," she snapped. "I'm not happy," I replied. "But this is the result of your choices," Scarlett cried. "You're a monster." "No," I just stopped, being your fallback. Then came another blow. Willow showed up, begging. "My loans are overdue. I need help." "I'm done," I told her. "You're an adult. Handle it." "You'd ruin my future over a grudge?" "No. You ruined your future by siding with betrayal." Eventually, she left again. A month later, Maria revealed she was pregnant. The air left my lungs. "Are you sure?" She nodded. 8 weeks. Despite everything, something warm cracked inside me. I wanted this. A fresh start. A new family. Built not on guilt, but truth. We named him Kevin. After his birth, I proposed. Maria said yes. We signed a prenup. I was my father's son in that way. "Always protecting what I built," Scarlett called once, delirious. "I need you. I feel sick." "Call your family," I said. "I have my own now." She cursed and hung up. That was the last time I heard her voice. The divorce went through quietly. 5 years passed. Willow got a job flipping burgers. I saw her once at a McDonald's. I didn't speak, but she looked okay. Stronger. Good. Kevin grew, bounding around the house, Maria smiling beside him. Our life was peaceful, if imperfect. One quiet morning, I got a call. It was Scarlett's father. "She's gone," he said. "Passed in her sleep. That infection never healed." I stood silent. "I just thought you should know." I whispered, "Thank you," and hung up. Outside, Maria hummed under the sun. Kevin showed me his crayon art, and I realized some endings don't come with clarity, just a hush and the will to go on. After Scarlett's death, the house was drenched in a strange silence. Not grief exactly, not peace either. Just an emptiness I couldn't name. Maria understood without needing to ask. That's something I'd come to value deeply, her quiet empathy. She never pushed, never pried. She just stayed. Kevin was 3 now, bright-eyed, always curious, always moving. Every day, he learned something new, and unknowingly helped me unlearn the bitterness I'd carried for so long. One morning, while we were coloring dinosaurs, he looked up and asked, "Dad, did you have a family before Mama?" I paused, my hand still on the crayon. "Yes," I said simply, "but now it's just us." Maria, sitting nearby with her laptop, glanced at me and smiled softly. Not pity, understanding. That moment felt like a quiet contract between us. The past existed, but it didn't own us anymore. Still, some nights, after Kevin was asleep and Maria was out working late, I'd find myself on the porch, drink in hand, staring into the dark. Scarlett's voice echoed there sometimes. So did Willow's anger. My own silence from those years clung like fog. Then one day, a letter arrived. From Willow. Dad, I don't know what I'm supposed to write. I'm sorry. I chose the wrong side. I didn't understand then, but I think I do now. After Mom passed, it hit me what you must have gone through. I was cruel, arrogant. You were only asking for respect. I miss you. I want to talk. Please. I read it 3 times. No tears came. Just a dull ache, like pressure in an old wound that never fully healed. Maria found me later that evening, holding the letter. You should meet her, she said gently. Maybe, I replied. A few days later, Kevin and I were at the park. On the drive home, we passed a little cafe. Through the window, I saw her, Willow, wiping down tables, apron smudged, ponytail loose. She looked tired, but steady, not defeated, grounded, like someone learning how to earn her own gravity. Wait here, champ, I told Kevin, pulling over. I walked inside. She looked up and froze. We stared at each other for a long second. No dramatics, no speech. I see you're working, I finally said. She nodded, swallowing. Trying to fix a few things too. I never hated you, Willow, I said. But I was done. I know, she whispered. I was too late. I just wanted to grow up first. Before I came back. I walked out without another word. But something in my chest shifted. Maybe it wasn't healing, but it wasn't numb anymore either. That night, Maria and I were on the porch, sipping wine while Kevin slept. I asked her, do you think we're just survivors, picking up what's broken? She turned to me, took my hand. No, we're gardeners. We plant new things in the ruins. I smiled for the first time in weeks. A real one. A few months later, we moved to a bigger place. Kevin needed space to run. Maria needed a studio for her sustainable fashion line. I invested, not as her protector, but as her equal. A partner. One afternoon, I got a text from Willow. Can I come to Kevin's birthday? I'll bring a gift. I replied, only if you stay for cake and help him open presents. She came. She brought a puzzle set for Kevin and stayed the whole afternoon. She hugged him like she meant it. Maria greeted her kindly, but with clear, firm boundaries. It was the most peace I'd felt around both of them in years. Later that night, Kevin asked, will Aunt Willow come again? Maybe, I told him. Families take time. There was no victory in any of it. No apology that fixed everything. Just a slow rebuild. Maybe not of what was broken, but of what could be. One evening, Maria came home tired from a photo shoot. Kevin was asleep. I was folding laundry. She leaned against the doorframe, watching me. You're different now, she said softly. Better or worse? She smiled. More human. She was right. The old me would have crushed everything. That betrayed him. But now I was planting things, watering them with patience I never knew I had. Watching, sometimes afraid, sometimes hopeful, but always showing up. Scarlett was gone. Willow was growing. Kevin was thriving. Maria was beside me, and me. I was finally learning how to live.